The president didn't deny that he was a Russian agent.
Gosh.
Well, and a couple things, Joe, that the president just said in that answer you played that are simply not true. His meeting in Helsinki with President Putin of Russia, that 2-hour one-on-one meeting, it was not transparent. There were not other government officials in the room. It was not open for people to hear. And President Trump has not still given any sort of a detailed, comprehensive, nuanced readout of what was discussed and agreed to between him and Putin in that meeting. And then there's the issue of the transcriber's notes, the interpreter's notes that my colleague Greg Miller wrote about in that extraordinary piece of reporting over the weekend. That is not normal. That is not something most presidents do when they have meetings with other presidents. Trump said it to Judge Jeanine that this is a normal thing that presidents do, but that is not true. There is nothing normal about this.
So, David, we saw twice there in that interview with a friendly person that the president wouldn't answer the question asked, and in fact answered a different question. But I'm really curious, the Putin meeting in Helsinki, 2 hours. That's a long time. I haven't had a great many 2-hour meetings with anybody in my entire life, I don't think. What could possibly unfold in an innocent way over a 2-hour meeting with a foreign head of state like that?
Well, and why wouldn't you talk about it? A meeting that long requires detailed notes so that, as Richard said in the last hour, you can implement what was decided. With Judge Jeanine, the correct answer to the question is no. I mean, it's not a complicated problem, that one. After the Helsinki meeting, I know from my conversations with government officials that they were desperately trying to find out what happened, so that they could act on it. People at the Pentagon, our top military commanders, what was discussed, what was decided. And in the end, one source of information, believe it or not, was our intelligence agencies capturing Russian descriptions of what was discussed in cables to their ambassadors and this and that. That's how people ended up finding out what had happened. That is completely unprecedented is the only word.
So the Russians knew the whole thing, but our government did not.
The Russians had their translator, their people, and our senior officials were desperately trying, using Russian exchanges, to piece together what their president had discussed.
Amazing.
All right, so we still haven't gotten to Michael Cohen.